Many women spend months trying new oils and products when the real question is, are you losing hair or are your follicles changing? Do you want healthy, full, manageable, natural hair in simple solutions, but struggle with finding safer options you can trust and want to take all of your time and energy to search? If so, you're in the right place. Hey, I'm Ashley, wife, mom, and Jesus BFF. I learned the secret of how to care for my hair and save time while maintaining it. Holistic care. So if you're ready for healthy hair, better health, and faith that helps you stay consistent, grab your comb, your brush, and your Bible because it's time to grow. Hello, beautiful, and happy Tuesday. Can you believe that this is the last Tuesday of the month of June? Man, time is seriously flying by so fast. Seriously. But speaking of which, I wanted to ask, what has been your favorite style for the month of June? For me, it has been mini braids. So I have these small braids in my hair, and I've been keeping the ends of my hair covered by having 2 flat twists and just keeping my hands out of it. Because before, I used to manipulate my hair a lot, keeping my hands constantly in my hair. So by avoiding that, I have these braids in, and so I keep it moisturized and wash it and everything, but the main goal is to keep my hands out my hair. So what have you been doing for the month of June? Now, our discussion today is knowing the difference between thinning and shedding, because sometimes we don't really see a difference with our hair until a professional starts to see it, like a hairstylist or trichologist or dermatologist. Whoever is your go-to person, we want to also pay attention as stewards ourselves, right? So what is the difference between all of these things? Okay, so the first thing I want to address is shedding. When it comes to hair shedding, this is falling directly from your root. And if you really look closely at your hair follicle, you may even see a white bulb at the end. This is another sign that it is shedding and not something else like hair thinning. You may even notice that the hair strands are around the same length. If you're a person that like to compare how your hair is shedding and you like to see the difference as far as the length, you see that it's around the same length that is shedding. This is completely normal because we shed anywhere between 50 to 100 strands a day. And if your hair is in a protective style or you have locks or something, you may not notice too much shedding because it's been locked into that hairstyle. But once you unravel your hair and take your hair out of your bun, however you're wearing your hair right now, then that's when you'll see all of that shedded hair. So we go through this all the time. But when it becomes a bigger like red flag is when you go through like a stressful event like having a baby, maybe some changes with your job, even going through hormonal changes, a big illness. All of this could also trigger shedding as well. And this could be a bigger issue down the line. But for the most part, shedding is completely normal. Now, the second thing to look out for is breakage. When it comes to shedding, we don't really have control of all the things, but when it comes to breakage, we actually have some control with how we're managing our hair. Remember I said when it comes to shedding, that hair strand is actually going to be about the same length, but when it comes to breakage, it actually varies in length. So you may notice some blunt ends being broken off as well as jagged ends, some split ends, like it's varies in length and it varies with the ends as well. And you're not going to see that white bulb at the end. So that's another key difference. You also may see some random short pieces in the shower, in the drain, wherever you're handling your hair. You'll see a lot of that when it comes to breakage. Now, what is the difference really? Well, with this, that means there's a lot of over manipulation. If you're constantly having your hands in your hair, restyling your hair a lot, and all your hair is like coming out from how you're treating your hair, or maybe you're using a lot of heat to your hair, as well as chemical treatments, that could be another sign, as well as dryness and split ends. All of this could cause breakage to your hair. So that's another thing to look out for. Now, this last one you really want to pay attention to because this happens at the scalp, and this is called miniaturization. This is when the hair follicles, it shrinks slowly over time. So you don't even notice it because it doesn't happen suddenly. It happens gradually, which is super annoying. And so this is where taking pictures and really paying attention to your hair comes to play because it could really slip up on you. Now, this is when your hair strand was once thick. Now it starts to look finer and behave much weaker. Like you really see a difference. You may even notice that hairstyles don't flow the same. Those are some of the signs that miniaturization is taking place. Now, what can cause this is genetics, DHT hormone, scalp inflammation, even nutrient deficiency plays a big part. So there's not just one thing that happens. It's all these different pathways it could cause this. And so we really want to address it at the root. Okay, friend. So we now know the difference between shedding, breakage, and miniaturization. But we also need to recognize the signs of pattern thinning. So if you notice that you have a widened part when you put your hair down the middle, or maybe your ponytail is getting smaller, however you style your hair. Also, if your temples are getting very translucent or very see-through, then that's another thing to pay attention to. All of this is signs of less density. I know I gave you a lot of information, but the whole point of it is to take the guesswork out of it. The more you're guessing is actually delaying your progress. There's nothing wrong with trying another hair product or doing another protective style, keeping your hair covered, doing all the things, but we want to be sure that we know what's going on with our hair and really being stewards over what the Lord has given us. Maybe you've been trying this hair thing out for the longest by yourself. You've been trying all the hair products as well as eating healthy here and there, and you still haven't fully unlocked the code with how you can take your hair routine to that next level so your hair can flourish. I want to invite you personally to my one-on-one hair and wellness strategy session where we will work together to really unlock the code with what's happening to your hair and how we can take your hair routine to that next level so you will thrive and steward your hair the way that the Lord has called you to. So I'll be sure to have the link in the show notes for you. I pray that this episode has been a blessing, and I also want to invite you to my hair and wellness community as well, where I will share weekly tips with you in your email. So I will talk to you next time. Share this episode and have a blessed day. Bye, guys. Hey, beautiful. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If so, would you please take 30 seconds and share with a friend who may want to care for their hair without overwhelm and confusion? Also, please leave a quick review for the show on Apple Podcasts. It lights me up to feel the love when I know the podcast is helping you. Well, I'm off to care for my crown, drink my water, and stop touching my hair. I'll meet you back on Tuesday for another quick episode. Love ya!